What's going on? Knucklehead GCam Gaming here, another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video for you. And today, I'm starting a little three-part series here of 3 of the 8 new collectible reworks that I just got last night. We're going to go over these reworks. They look juicy, and honestly, the costumed and collectible figures look like they could be taking over in Update 9. So the first thing I want to say is, the first thing they told us, the devs, when they gave us these, they said, hey, we're working on gear right now, and we're going to be a little extra friendly to our collectible and costumed figures. So when we look at the first unit we're going to look at in this video, Chicken Suit Guy, I had said to them in the Q&A, I said, hey, Chicken Suit Guy, you could change his kit as much as you want. He needs a stat buff. Right? And I mentioned somebody like Officer Primo could really use a little bit of a stat buff too, and Gear 8 is a great chance to give them a big stat buff. For instance, we had Verda, who from Gear 6 to Gear 7 really became a lot stronger and a lot more viable. We don't see her used too much, but definitely more viable and will be great on a full King's Court team. So Chicken Suit Guy, I'm expecting some big buffs. I'm expecting his attack to, I'm going to say level 65, Gear 8. I'm expecting his attack to at least be in the 3000s, right? Like at least like a Master Wu type attack, right? Maybe not Highwayman-esque, but we could at least say he's going to have Master Wu levels of attack with that Gear 8. I'm hoping, because he has some really, really cool abilities that are going to make him pretty strong. So we'll start with his basic. They buffed the damage to 120 damage. I like that. And then 6% bonus damage for each active costumed hero. So give him a little bit of extra bonus damage. And if you're running him on a full costume team, and he does count as, I never understand if they count for their own passives or not, but if he counts, that's 30% extra damage on the basic. That's 150% damage on just his basic. That's an insane multiplier for a basic. Right, and the biggest buff I think he got was with Special 1 Wings of Fury, right? And this was what I said they needed to do with this figure to really make him super viable. And stat buffs aside, anything aside, this change right here on Wings of Fury is really what's going to make Chicken Suit Guy special. It's an AoE, 65% damage to all foes, has 100% chance to inflict dizzy on the target foe, like it always had. And they added that it lasts for 2 turns, so it's 2 turns of dizzy, which is huge. And then all other foes have a 50% chance to be inflicted with dizzy for 1 turn. Great synergies with Yeti. We know Yeti synergizes hot off of dizzy, especially his ultimate, right? This is going to be really, really awesome synergy to have. And there actually is a little bit of synergy that's going to go with Chicken Suit Man's ultimate that we'll see when we get to that part. Next is Special 2, Drumstick Kick, right? I always loved this move. It was my big hit move back in the day when he was my main attacker. Still deals 130% damage, right? But now he has a 70% chance to gain attack up 2, which is awesome. 2 turns of it. And then a 30% chance if the foe is a builder. So if he's hitting builders, Ninjagos and Castles looking at you, so he's going to be countering them real hard. He's going to get 100% chance. He does this special, he gets attack up 2, bam, you want to use this special right out the gates. It's going to be a huge buff for him, especially if you're going up against builders, which builders are very, very common with how good Ninjago and Castle is. The passive, love what they did with the passive. Same passive that it always was, so they didn't take anything away, they just added something. Right? His passive normally gives him, if he has any buffs on him, he gets a 20% increase in speed, which is really, really nice. And at the end of his turn, if he has 3 or more buffs on himself, grant a random explorer hero speed up 1 for 2 turns. So he's all about giving speed to people. We'll see some of these other reworks work really, really well with speed and pep manipulation as well. But now we get a buff from Super Wrestler being part of the team. If Super Wrestler is an active hero, he gains 20% damage for each active costumed hero. Excuse me? Hold on. I gotta wipe my glasses off. 20% for each active costumed hero. So on a team of 5, his damage doubles. Right? So even I predicted that with Gear 8, he's going to be in the 3,000s for attack, even if he's just in 2,500, right? He gets to 2,500 with his attack. On an all-costume team, he has a 5,000 attack. That's Slimer-esque, right? This Chicken Soup Man on a all costume team, it just became the Slimer of the game. So that was one thing I was really excited about, was he's really strong early game. He's really not good late game. He falls off. But now in the super late game, we're seeing Chicken Soup Man start to come back on a little bit. And I am excited about that because this is one of my favorite characters from the start of this game. And the ultimate, the little buff they gave his ultimate. Always love this ultimate. If you don't know what it does, here it is. 140% damage, AoE, really great. 80% chance to inflict clumsy on all foes. That's a pretty high percent. After taking damage, if a foe has 40% or less health, they are guaranteed to be inflicted with clumsy. So again, especially teams that, if you're say you do his AoE one turn, and then you have a Yeti ultimate, and then you follow up with a Chicken Man ultimate, good chance to put clumsy on everyone. Oh, plus it's going to inflict bricks for 2 turns with each foe with Dizzy. So, I mean, really, if they get clumsied and bricked, it's really going to be bricked for 1 turn, because if who's going to use a special when they're bricked? I guess the AI will do that, and that's pretty stupid of them. But yeah, Chicken Soup Man. Wow, this guy is it. I am so thrilled that they buffed him up like this. And honestly, this passive with Super Wrestler, man, on an all-costume team, Chicken Soup guy is going to hit really, really hard. So they told me to get ready for the costumed meta, and hey, maybe it's coming. We know Magisto's Tower is getting a nerf. We know the Lego house is getting a buff. And you know what? Their brick pace is coming, and the costume meta is coming too. Well, that's pretty much all I got for today, Knuckleheads. Just remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.